Hey, it's Ann Clay, and today we're going back to 2 more bedrooms to come up with more creative ideas for bedscapes. Is that a word? Join me. Do you remember my last video where I brought out of the box thinking to change up our winter and Valentine's decor just a bit? If you haven't seen that video, make sure you catch that video after this one. Today, we're going to 2 other bedrooms and we're going to work on them. So stay tuned. So in the middle of trying to undecorate for Christmas and some plumbing problems that we've discovered in our tavern, I have had a little trouble trying to get it together to decorate the other 2 bedrooms, as you can imagine. Let's just say I've had trouble finding the floor. So we're going to start right in what we used to call the ugly room, but it is certainly not ugly anymore. And I've started right with a basket at the edge of the bed and a beautiful vignette with some beautiful art in a book. And then we're going right onto the bed. What I'm using for a tray here is actually a picture frame with family heirlooms in it. And I took that picture idea and built on it. I have this old camera that probably belonged to my great-grandfather, these old books that belonged to my grandpa, and in here is a picture of my grandpa's family. He's the little boy whose grandma's holding his head. That was my grandpa's family, poor immigrants from the Netherlands who lived in Michigan. What I did find out later is that my great-great-grandpa was Jewish and they would have all been wiped out in the war. So thank goodness they moved. Here we have just a cool old steeplechase lantern, and then I decided to bring in some white flowers, lots of white baby's breath, white carnations, and a vase that's actually covered with leg warmers. So check out how cozy that looks on the bed. So pretty. Check out the texture and the pillows on the bed. They make it rich and full. And that bedspread is actually flipped over. It's a Walmart bedspread, and I flipped it over for the white side. On the hooks, I decided to bring in kind of a lantern theme. So I actually pulled these lanterns off the outside buildings and threw them up on the wall along with the ice skates just to give that winter fun. It's just pretty, isn't it? It's really down to earth. It's things that I've found in the house and I just used them. I didn't have to go out and get a bunch of things. So over here on the secretary, I bought some fresh flowers, some fake cookies, and put together another vignette. It's really about just putting things together that look nice. Now, the cords, they should be hidden. You can see I didn't do that. But it's just really about using what you have and what you love and putting it out there and moving it around. I've spent a lot of time just moving things around. Let's take a look out the window and see what's going on out there. Nothing, absolutely nothing. It is gray and brown and barren out there, but those colors are what gave me the cue on what colors to use inside. If what you're seeing outside matches what you're seeing inside, it just feels a lot more calming and beautiful. And that's what we did here. Don't you love that lantern? It's so cute. And I love to use mirrors to reflect back the beauty that I've made. So it's just a nice scene. Everything is monochromatic. There's wood for warmth. There's dark and light for the contrast. And if you enjoy a little more subtle color, bring it in. You can always use color. It's going to set the tone for your room, whatever you decide to do. All right, let's head right into the other bedroom. Now this is the bedroom that is huge. We have 2 beds in there and it's decorated very farmhouse. and I liked it stripped of color, but decided I was going to start it out with something really glitzy and Valentine's-y for you. So let's take a closer look at what we did here. All right, I started with a tray out of the kitchen. You can see the scorch marks. I think the perfect thing here would be to use one of those noodle trays, and I'm gonna put a link below where you can get one. I didn't have one. I'd like Tom to make one, but I, at this point, don't have it, so decided to just substitute that butcher board. And I love this display. It's put together with so much that's just natural from the house. So like this bird's nest. I had that in the barn and I put fake eggs in there, and how cute is that? Around it, I put some of my candles with the leg warmers on it, built it up with books, and then used that old galvanized steel thing. And check out little Happy Valentine's Day card with a cute little puppy on it. How cute is that? You can pick them up at Walmart for $3, and on it is a painting table easel, and it just makes a really nice place to just put that, and it gives it some pop and whimsy. So this is something that you would do for someone if you just want to glitz and glamour and give them some joy. And you'll notice those hearts there, those are also from Walmart, and I'm really liking how this looks. I used some Frida Kahlo books because I thought that kind of went with the easel, the painting easel on the bed. You know how she had to paint her paintings laying in bed. So I thought that would work really well. Let's just take a look at the rest of the room here. Everything is kind of the way it always has been. Very still and sweet and farmhousey. And these things are already there and poised for spring. So when spring comes, I don't have to do a whole lot in this room. These are my glitzy little additions that I've added for Valentine's Day. So for instance, I had my daughter bake cookies and thought I should use them as a prop before we eat them all, because man, they're good. So here's the other bed, and I wanted this to feel more like kind of a spa retreat, pampering kind of scene on the edge of the bed. And so that's what I put together right here. Let me dissect it for you so you can know what exactly I did. Let's start with this. I had Tom build me a little sled. Isn't that adorable? So there it is. That is the base for what I'm doing. I put it on a fluffy little rug from IKEA, and then I decided to go really glitzy. So those little bath balls are from Walmart, and those are little candies from Dollar Tree. The little vase is from Dollar Tree. That's my bread basket, and I stuck some stuff in there, some towels, some wine, a little box of candies, and a little Dollar Tree streamer. Those little signs are also from Dollar Tree, and that candle holder's from Walmart. So I used fairy lights very liberally here and just lightened the whole thing up. I used 2 packs of fairy lights taken from Christmas, and I'm loving it. It just looks really glitzy. I mean, if you walked in here, you'd be like, whoa, because you have your chocolates and your wine and your bath, and it just screams, pamper me. What more could you want for Valentine's Day than to be pampered? So much fun. So traveling right on over to this old bench next to it, I've again used some books to prop things up, and there are my flowers, the leg warmers on them. How cozy is that? I love that look. I mean, really, that pink vase would have looked terrible there, but covered with the leg warmers, it's perfect. And then underneath, I've got my candles that are Christmas candles, and I have them covered also with my mittens. So cozy, so warm, so wintry. But what if you don't want glitzy in your bedroom? Well, I've got an option for you. Just take it out and use some of your more basic items. So in this, I sprinkled the cookies around. I exchanged the basket with all the glitz with just some wine, some nice wine that my friend Bill made us. And I love the look. You still have the brightness, but this time you have something a lot more down to earth and a lot more organic looking. So really beautiful. And for the other bed, check it out. Just replace that funny card with a beautiful picture. Take out those bright hearts, and you still have a really pretty setting. And you can always put your real Valentine's-y thing, basket, actually on a desk as a nice hostess gift for whoever comes to your house. It's absolutely lovely. And that's a wrap.